Om Namo Venkatesaya. Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavathanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanide Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Tismarana Matrena Janma Samsara Bandhanat Vimuchate Namastasmi Vishnave Prabha Vishnave Lakshmi Nata Samarambam Nate Amana Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Partaya Pradibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Namo Venkatesaya. May pranams everybody. So we are at chapter 9 of the Bhagavad Gita, Raja Vidya, Raja Gukha Yogam, where Bhagavan is talking about different types of devotees, how they worship him, and also he is talking about, all pervasiveness. So he is there in all places. He talked about Yajna, then he said that I am the Sakshi, Nivasaha, Sharanam, Sugata, Prabhavaha, Pralayha, Sthanam, Nidanam, Bijamam. So I am the immutable seed of this entire universe. Let's move on to Sloka number 19.
Hari Om Guruji.
Yeah, 19.
Tapamyahamaham varsham nigruhnamyutsrujami cha amrutam chaiva mrutyuscha sadasachaham Arjuna.
Oh Arjuna, he is again talking about all the things that he is doing. So tapami means I give the heat through the sun. I give the heat to this entire universe. Tapami aham varsham. I am also the rain. So I am also the person who is giving the rain to this entire universe. Nigrinyami, that means I withhold. Sometimes I withhold the rain also. Vutsrijami, that means I send forth also. So Bhagavan is saying all the things. The heat, the cold, the giving back, holding the rains, giving the rains, everything is myself only. Amritam means immortality. I am the immortality. That means I am avyayam, no? That's what is immutable. Namam chaiva mrityuscha. I am also the god of death. I am also the Yama is only a manifestation of me. Mrityuscha. Sat asat cha aham. That means the Sat is which is present in all periods of time. So that means the Jivatma, the Paramatma, all that's also me only. That is the Jivatma was present in the past, it is present now, it is going to be present in. Asat means that which is not present in all periods of time. This universe. The creation exists for some period of time. Thereafter, there is a pralaya, then it goes back, again comes back. So that is Asat. So Sat, Asat, both are only me only. That's what Bhagavan says. Everything is me. Because even the creation comes from the material for the creation. The Upadana Karanam is only from Bhagavan. So only like, the spider, when it builds this web, the material for the building that web comes from the spider only. So it comes from its own saliva and then it builds that web. Similarly, the material for creation of this entire universe is also coming from Bhagavan, which is the Prakriti, which is the raw material for this creation of this universe. Everything is coming from Bhagavan. And therefore he says, I am this creation, I am the annihilation, I am the god of death, I am the immortality, I give the heat, through the sun I give the heat, I give the rain, I withhold the rain, I give the rain. So all things, everything is only me. So if you understand that everything is me, then the vision becomes easy to see Vasudeva Sarvamiti. So in order to enable us to see Vasudeva everywhere, Bhagavan is saying that everything is me only. So there is nothing which is beyond me, and therefore I am the manifestation of this entire universe. That's what he's saying. Let's move on to Sloka number 20.
Traividyaman somapaha Utapapa yajnairištva Svargatim prardhayante te Punyamasadhya surendra Lokamashnanti Divyan divideva bhogan. Very lengthy.
This is in a different meter. It's not.
Yes, sir.
I'm showing. Anyway. Traividya mam somapaha putapapa yajnehi ishtva swargatim prarthayanti. So some people who are, he's talking about the people who are this Purva Mimamsaka. That is people who follow the rituals enshrined in this Vedas. So Traividya, the three Vidyas, as three Vidyas are these three Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sama. Somapaha. So that means they when they perform these various yaga, they're supposed to pour this juice of the somalata. That is said to be one of the important this what do you call this hutam or these oblations. So whatever is reminiscent of that, they drink that somapaha. So they drink that juice of that somalata, somapaha pati. That means they drink that. Puta papaha. Puta means we saw that purified. Papa means sin, purified of the sins. Putatma, Paramatma, cha Putatma means very pure Atma. So Putatma, Puta Papaha, that means completely relieved of their papas, that is their sins. Yajnehi Ishtva. Yajnehi means with sacrifices. Ishtva, that means they worship. Then what do they pray? They pray. Prarthayante, they pray for what? Swargatim. That means they want to go to the Swargaloka. So that's what they want to. Some people who are interested in the Jyotish Homam, those kind of yajnas they perform, they are interested in going to the heaven, and therefore they do all these various yaga yajnas, having purified from their papas. They pray for the going to the Swargaloka. Te punya masadhya. All these people having obtained this various punya all these merits of performing this various yaga yajnas. Surendra lokam asnanti. So that means Surendra. Sura Indra means Sura means Devatas. Indra means Lord. The Lord of Indra, that is the Surendra, that is the Indra Loka. They go to the Indra Lokam. Ashnanti, so Divyan Divya Deva Bhoga. That means they enjoy. They go to the Swarga Loka, enjoy all the this enjoyments or in that Swarga Loka. So the people who are interested in going to the Swarga Loka, they know about this various the Purva Mimanska. That means the rituals contained in the three Vedas. They perform the various yaga yajnas. They completely get rid of their papas, get a lot of merits, and through the merits they go to the Swargaloka and then enjoy in the Swargaloka for some time. Go to the next sloka.
Guruji, this is also somewhat different and lengthy.
Correct.
Te tam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punye Matyalokam vishanti evam trayi dharmamanu prapanna gatam kama kama labhante.
Te tvam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punye matyalokam vishanti evam trayi dharmamanu prapanna Gatagatam kama kama labante. This is how this meter is used. Anyway, te tvam bhuktva. So those people they go to this Indraloka, bhuktva, having enjoyed the Swargalokam, Vishalam for a long period of time. So they enjoy the benefits of the Swargaloka for a long period of time. What happens to them? Chine punye matyalokam vishanti. When all the punya karmas are completely exhausted, chine means completely exhausted, what happens? Matyalokam vishanti. So they are being pushed back by the devatas into this Matyaloka, that means this Bhulokam. So Bhagavan is trying to say these are all not permanent benefits. You get some enjoyments in Swargaloka for some time, having fulfilled all your enjoyments, the punya gets exhausted, and therefore then you are pushed back into this Matyalokam. Matyalokam is the Bhulokam. Matyalokam, that is which perishes over a period of time. So Matyalokam Vishanti, they enter into this Matyalokam. Yevam trayi dharmam anuprapannaha. So that means those who for this people who follow this path of this what you call Purva Mimamsa, that is doing all these things, this various karmas, and then aspiring for this Swargaloka, all these people, what do? Gata Gatam Kama Kamal. That means they keep on coming and going, and all that's for fulfillment of that, desiring for these various sense objects. So people who want to enjoy the sense objects, yes, they can do the various rituals and other things mentioned in the Vedas. They go back to the Swargaloka, they come back again, and this goes on and on and on and on. So it doesn't give them relief from the samsara chakra. That's what Bhagavan is trying to say in these two slokas. Now he is giving the contrast, what happens to them. Sloka number 22.
Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham.
So as contrasted with those type of people who perform the various rituals, go to Swargaloka and then come back again, there are certain types of people who do what? Anya chinta. That means anya means other thought. Ananya Chinta means the mom, that is other than my thought. They don't have any other thought other than me. So 24/7, they're always thinking about me. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. They're always thinking about me. E Janaha, those people, Pari Upasate, that means they keep on worshipping me. So they don't have any other thought other than me. They keep on worshipping me again and again and again and again. Unlike those people who want this Swargaloka, and therefore they perform this various yajnas mentioned in the Vedas. Tesham Nitya Abhiyuktanam. For them who are Nitya means always, Abhiyuktanam, they are always united with me in their thoughts. Since they are always thinking about me in their thoughts, they are always united with me and they keep on worshipping me. For them, what do? Bhagavan gives them a great assurance to them. What does he say? Yoga Chemam Vaham Yaham. Yoga Chema Vahami means I bear on my shoulders. I take the responsibility. Bhagavan says, I take the responsibility of Yoga Chemam for them. What is Yoga and Chema? Yoga is derived from the root word yuj, which means unite, get united. So I provide them whatever is required for them in this world. So whatever they don't even ask me. They're only thinking because they don't have any other thought other than me. So they keep on thinking about me. So what do? I take the responsibility of providing them what they want. That's number one. Kshemam, and also protecting what is required by them. So that is whatever I given to them, I also protect whatever is I give to them, so that they take up. So in this whole, if we take our entire life, it is only yoga kshemam. We keep on aspiring for something which we want, which you don't have. We keep on, we pursue that and get it. Then later on, once you get it, you keep you preserve it. For example, you want to buy a beautiful gold jewelry, you buy it. Then thereafter, what you do? You keep it in your locker. You are protecting it. You don't want to keep it in your house because someday thieves may come and then rob it, and therefore you want to protect it. You keep it in a locker. So all our life is fully spent on yoga chema. So Bhagavan is saying that for those kind of people who only think about me, they don't have any other thought. It is my duty, it is my responsibility to provide them this yoga chema. That's what Bhagavan is saying. Now, one of the acharyas called Sridhara Swami, who wrote commentary on Bhagavad Gita as well as Srimad Bhagavatam, he had an experience on this particular sloka. What is that? He thought about this yoga chema vaham. Bhagavan says, I take the responsibility, I shoulder the responsibility. It must be something, Bhagavan is taking too much of, he's thinking too much for those kind of devotees. What perhaps he means is yoga chemam dadamyam. Dadam means I just give them. That's what he thinks. So he just cut out this word vahami and then wrote the word dadami. So he just cut it off and then wrote it on that. So in the meantime, he was doing this in the morning, and he's on this palm palm leaves. He was just doing that along with this this nail through which they write this on this palm leaf. So it so happened then he was doing it early in the morning. Therefore, he told his wife, "So I'll go to the river, take bath, and come back." So he kept all this, the palm is on the front of his house, and therefore he went out. So after some time, there was a person who came to his house. He said, "No, this was from a grocery shop." So he said, "No, Saab has asked me to give this, groceries to you." So the previous day, his wife had told him there are certain groceries missing, not available. So please procure the grocery. So she thought that while going to the river, he must have told this fellow, and therefore he must have brought it. So he kept this, this groceries and all those things. So this man came. So Sridhara Swami came back after bath, did all his aradhanas, pujas, and he was having his food. At that time, his wife suddenly remembered and said, "This grocery shop which I told you yesterday, all these things have come now." He said, "How did it come?" He said, "No, that there is a boy who came there, and he delivered that, saying that, Saab ne bola tha." So then this man thought, "I never said anybody. How is it that's possible?" So he was thinking about that. Then when he came and started looking at his palm list, somebody has cut off this dadami and has written vahami. So that means Bhagavan says, yes, I take upon my shoulders to provide whatever is required by them. That's what Bhagavan is giving, that assurance to all the people who just think about Bhagavan and nothing else. He takes that running this entire family matters. It's also my responsibility. I take care of their running their family affairs also, and Bhagavan takes up that responsibility, and that is the assurance Bhagavan gives, because they don't have any other thought. Only if they have some other thought, they will be pursuing whatever is required by them. Since they don't have any other thought, it is my duty. Since they are always thinking about me, it is my duty to provide them what is required by them, and also protect them what is required by them. The other way of yogam and kshemam is Bhagavan, yoga, yuj means to unite. So that means I provide them. That means ultimately they get united with me. That means I take them to the moksha, that is yogam, and then also make sure that they remain in the moksha as such, and therefore I protect them, and therefore it is called as yoga cham. That's another way of looking at it, because since they're always thinking about me, I take them onto my, my loka, and then I completely take care of them and protect them. That's what it is. That is another way of looking at it. Incidentally, the LIC Corporation of India has got this motto, Yoga Chemam Vahamyam. That means they say that whatever that you don't have, we provide you with that, and then subsequently take care of you even after your death. That's what is the this India LIC has this policy of Yoga Chemam Vahamyam. So this is in fact, this is one of the slokas we chant after the Vishnu Sahasranam. This is one of the important slokas of 9th chapter because of the assurance given by Bhagavan. So that's what it is. So elsewhere, even if you look at this, the last sloka of this Vishnu Sahasranam, where Sanjaya says, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanodhara, Tatra Seviju. That means where there is Krishna, where there is, the Arjuna with this, this is what is called as this holding his bow in his hand. That means for anything in this world, people have to put in their efforts. And of course, with the grace of the Lord, they will be successful. That is one type of people. That means they don't have come to the stage of Ananya Chintayantuma. They have got Anya Chinta also. Whereas the second level of evolution or the higher level of evolution is Ananya Chinta. That means a person who goes beyond that. A person who goes beyond that and thinks of Bhagavan only, he doesn't have to even put in self-effort. That is also not required. Bhagavan takes care of it completely. He knows what is required with him and provides what is required, and also protects what has been given by him. That is what is the assurance given by Bhagavan. It's one of the important slokas of Bhagavad Gita, which gives us an assurance that we should move towards the stage of Ananya Chintaha. That means keep on thinking about Bhagavan, and all other things that is required in our life will be provided by Bhagavan, and he takes care of it completely. That's what the Bhagavan says. Move on to the next sloka, 23.
येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम्.
Now he is talking about the people who worship the other devatas. Ye api anya devata bhaktaha. There are other people who worship other gods also other than me. Bhagavan says, other than me, there are different gods are there. So people may be worshipping us. They are different bhaktas of different gods. Ye api anya devataha. Yajante shraddhaya anvita. They also worship him with a lot of faith. With all the shraddhaya anvita. That means with all the faith, they worship that particular deity. Te api mameva kaunte. That kaunteya, O Arjuna, they are also worshipping me only. So Bhagavan, whenever any person worships other devatas, anya devata also with faith, they are only worshipping me, but only there is a difference. He says, Yajanti, they worship him avidhi purvakam. That means they are not worshipping in a correct way. That is, vidhi purvakam is along with that, the rules. Vidhi means rules. They are worshipping the rules, or which is the proper way of doing it, but they are not doing it in a proper way. They are not doing it in a proper way. That is why it's called avidhi purvakam. So, in fact, this akashat patitam toyam yada gacchati sagaram sarvadeva namaskaraha kesavam prati gacchati. That means, person, whatever, when a drop of water falls onto this earth, ultimately it reaches the sky. Sarvadeva namaskaraha kesavam prati gacchati. Whatever worship due to any other deity ultimately goes to Kesava. That is what is Bhagavan is also saying here. Whosoever devotees who worship any other gods, whosoever be the other gods other than me, that is Krishna, they are also doing it with a lot of faith and that particular deity. They are also worshipping me only, because all these deities have been appointed me only. They are only subservient to me, because Bhagavan is the person who appoints all these various, starting from Brahma to all the deities are being appointed by Bhagavan for a particular purpose. For he has given them responsibility for certain particular aspects. For example, Yama, one aspect is he is supposed to take the life of the person when that the prarabdha karma of that person goes off. That's what he has got this duty to perform. He cannot, at that time think, I want to forgive him, I compassion, all those things. That is not required of Yama. So these are the qualities and these are the responsibilities given to him. So therefore, any other deity, people who worship any other deity ultimately worship me only, but avidhi purakam, that not in a proper way. A proper way is a person who comes directly to Krishna Paramatma, worships him, and then thinking of him. That is the direct way of worshipping Bhagavan. The other people are also worshipping me, but they are doing it in a avidhi purakam, that is not in a proper way. That's what Bhagavan says. I think we will stop with this sloka for the day. Continue the discussion tomorrow. Vasudev Vasutam Devam Kamsa Chanooramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum Sarvam Sri Krishnarpnamastu. Krishna 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 Krishna.